This is Sizzling, powered by Fit to Be Trained, coming to you from the Deep End Network Studios here in the lovely Virginia Beach, Virginia, in the United States of America. You can find this program on deependbroadcasting.com and subscribe to this network's YouTube channel, Deep End Broadcasting. Want to be part of the 30-day or 60-day transformation? Contact Karen, a.k.a. Sizzle, on any of her social media platforms at Fit to Be Trained. That's at Fit to Be Trained. Here's your host of Sizzling, Karen Doherty.
Yay. Oh, you don't even have the people that clap and
I can get it set up, but I
don't worry about it. We are fine.
It's a 10-minute reboot, you know.
That's sizzle. Like I missed the bacon tonight. Like Alyssa, we usually have bacon sizzling in the background, and then we have crowds cheering, and so you'll have to come back again when we have all that stuff working. Right. So I have a guest tonight, and forgive me, I'm a little bit out of practice. So if I stumble over words, I'm trying to get my timer set. Like I'm just out of practice, but I was really excited.
The studio has been under construction.
Yes.
So we have not been in here.
Yeah. So we had a couple of weeks off. It was kind of nice. And our last podcast was great. It was my very first and only bodybuilding coach, and tonight I'm excited because we were cracking up before the podcast started because this is my second of all time CrossFit coach. And she's like, what's up with second? And it's just that this dude out of Chesapeake, this is before CrossFit was even like, they didn't even really have very many gyms open yet. Like Oceana was open. That was kind of it. And this guy was doing it out of his backyard in Chesapeake. And I was working at the Dominion Power Company as a trainer there for them. And I went over there. I was like, this is the coolest stuff. And this guy was like really serious. His kid even went to the Olympics for powerlifting. He ended up opening up a box in a couple of years, but it really wasn't official. But he was my first coach, and I could kick myself that I can't remember his name. But Alyssa, our guest tonight, was my second one, but my first one where I was literally in a gym, like before, because we were in the backyard. It was really cool though. It was so like raw and primal. But with North End CrossFit, I'm wearing my t-shirt or tank top.
You are? Yes, you. That is so old school. That's awesome. I love it.
I have 3 of them, and I just had to get rid of one because it got bleach on it. It just looks too cheesy. And I have a little thing underneath because it's kind of stretched out. But yes, like North End CrossFit was my first, like when I walked into a box, it was like a real gym and learning CrossFit. So really, you were my first official coach. But I never want to put that guy out. Like I think of him, he's clear as a bell. I just can't think of his name. And he was quite famous in the football youth world because Matt, one of the coaches from down there, knew who he was because he was kind of a famous coach in Kempsville, Chesapeake area. So I'm an idiot.
After this is over, it's going to come to you.
I know, and I'll write it somewhere because he's really cool. But you are too. And thank you so much for coming on because I got to travel down memory lane. It's been a while now, Alyssa.
This is a huge memory lane. This is exciting.
This is Alyssa Sheeran. I see we start talking and I forget to introduce you.
Okay.
This is Alyssa Sheeran, a famous CrossFit coach from North End CrossFit on the North End Virginia Beach. Woo! We usually would have a big cheer section. I mean,
we're cheering ourselves.
But we don't need it because you exert enough energy. Like you are. I'm probably you probably still are coaching. I think I'll find that out later, and I'll do my best to stick to this and kind of move along. But like I said, I'm a little out of practice. If I start going down a rabbit hole, Steve, you can pull me out. But Alyssa, I met you how many years ago? I've been sober for 14 years and I was sober about a year. So it's been 13 years.
Yep. It sure has been, because I moved to Virginia Beach right after I got married, and we're about to have our 13th wedding anniversary. So
Oh,
13
wow,
years.
congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
13 years. Yep.
Where did you come from before that? Where were you from before that?
We were up in Northern Virginia. That's where I was.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I got like CrossFit certified. That's where I did my first coaching, was at Trident CrossFit up in Northern Virginia.
Yeah.
And so I got lots of great experience, and then moved down and was able to join in on the North End CrossFit adventure.
That was such a great gym. I mean, think of our runs. Oh my God, everything was beautiful. You're on the boardwalk, on the beach. It was there was never nothing better. And any CrossFit gym would say it. That was the best location. North End CrossFit had the best. Oh, and it was so fun. And you coaches were a blast, and all the members like myself. I mean, endless. I just have the best memories of that. And that was really how where I learned CrossFit. And I even hired Alyssa was my coach private too. Like CrossFit is a group fitness kind of, you can do both, but most of the time it's in groups. And I had to hire Alyssa privately for my lifts, because lifts for me, everything's shoulders up, and I Pilates trained, everything's shoulders down. So a lot of stuff, the mechanics were hard for me, but I really wanted to learn them. And Alyssa was my very first one-on-one private CrossFit coach.
I made it to the
competition. Oh, I know. We missed we would have had that thing rolling tonight, Steve. We would have had that thing.
I'll go get it in a minute.
I know. I am too, to be honest.
Well, it was mayhem at the last moment because, all right, somehow one of our Roku TV remotes disappeared, and then thus we couldn't have our 5th football game on with the other 4 football games at Sunday at 1:00. So the backup computer, which supplies the our audience sound and all the fun clips of all our other shows, our pie taster music, etc., that ended up being the computer we used to watch the 5th football game.
The 5th football game.
The 5th.
It's like a bar.
A 4 word enough. 4 TVs weren't enough. We had to have the 5th.
I mean, there's nothing I can say. I'm not mad. I just am saying I just miss it a little. And bacon sound was kind of missed tonight.
I'll get it on shortly. All I gotta do is
don't worry about it. I want to get on with this and talk to Alyssa. So Alyssa.
Yes.
Alyssa's from Idaho too, which is very cool.
Really? I love Idaho.
I know, I do too.
The Snake River is so pretty.
It is amazing. And so I want to start kind of back there.
Okay.
What first drew you to fitness, and how what drew you to fitness? Because I know you were a soccer player too. I'll let you get into that. But then CrossFit was after, and this question will kind of blend into that.
Yeah. Yep. I played soccer in college. I played a little bit after college as well. So fitness was kind of like ingrained with me. Obviously wanted to stay fit. I really was subscribing to the whole lift first, cardio second thing. And it was like that whole hour and a half, 2 hours of fitness every day. And it just was like all consuming. That's great when you're in college and you have like time for all that and like even chilling. But like once I had a real full-time job, maintaining that was insane. And then I started grad school, and it was just like I had no time for that amount of fitness. But obviously I wanted to stay fit. So I was running a lot. I started running a bunch of half marathons. And I was staying fit in that way. And then one of the people that I was running half marathons with was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of CrossFit?" And it was like 2008. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I met them at the high school track that had like the Rogue, not actually the Rogue, but like its own little individual pull-up bars of like the 2 different levels.
Right. Got you. Yeah.
Got his own like adjustable weight dumbbells. And we did Helen.
Wow.
Track. And I was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "This is insanity. I can't even do a pull-up, but I'm doing jumping pull-ups."
Right.
And, I had the run part down like all day long.
Right.
But I was like, after that, I was like, okay, I need to know more about this because we had.
You got to remind us what Helen is. So
Okay,
Helen is pull up.
It's
I'll
pull
look
up.
it up.
It's 12 pull-ups, not in this order. I think you run 400.
Yep.
You do 21 kettlebell swings, 12 pull-ups, 3 rounds.
Yep.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's like short and sweet, right? But like crusher.
It sounds easy enough.
Sounds easy, right? So I did that, and I was like, I am like spent. Like I worked as hard as I possibly because, like, of course, I have something to prove. You know, everybody that comes into a CrossFit gym is like, oh, I got this. This is easy breezy. And then they're like, dunzo. Well, that's how I
just 3 rounds or 5 rounds?
I thought it was 3. I'm going to go 3, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that was it. And then after that, it was just because there were gyms, but this was just like looking up workouts online at CrossFit.com.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you started at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Were you? And then, that's so cool.
And then I found a gym in Boise because I was in Boise at the time, and Boise CrossFit. So I went there, and then I was there for about a year. So I was doing CrossFit. So I was doing CrossFit for a solid year, 2008, 2009. And then end of 2009 is when I moved to the East Coast, and I joined a gym out there. So, and the rest is history. Like I did Old Town CrossFit in Alexandria, Virginia. Then I went to Trident CrossFit. That's where I got my certified level 1, level 2. And then I coached there for about 2 years, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and then moved to Virginia Beach. So
I'm so glad that you and I are doing so well with our years, because like I guessed the 13 and you're saying 08, and I'm going, oh my God, that's right. That's what it was. That's when I was in that dude's backyard. And that's like the very beginning of it. So it's so cool that we got to get in on that. And someone suggested it to me because I loved fitness, and I too liked the short, intense, and I got to learn the barbell, which I had never done in my life. And I love that. I mean, I'm still in CrossFit, although I went yesterday morning and it was it was the gymnastic parts. I haven't had a barbell in my hand in a hot second. I miss it.
Yes.
I'll try again Thursday. Let me move on. What was, and I kind of glaze through here. Sometimes I like them, and then I'm like, they're good though. And I always do this. I always go, oh yeah, I do want to know that. When was the moment that you decided you wanted to coach CrossFit? Like when you crossed over from going, okay, this is cool, I love it.
Yeah.
What made you go, I'm going to teach this?
That's a good question. I work in a school right now. So that was I went to grad school to work in a school. I'm a school counselor. So kind of teaching is my thing. And I went to school for physical education. So teaching is obviously already ingrained in me. And I was working in a school, but I really want to say the thing that took me to the next level with coaching CrossFit is my CrossFit coach at Trident asked me if I wanted to. So somebody saw in me that I could do it.
Good. Yes.
So it was that encouragement that I was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, this would be cool. I mean, I don't know where to start right now, but like, if you're willing to help me in that process, then I'm game. Let's do this. So I want to say that's what it was. And I really liked it. I obviously really liked it. I did it for a lot of years. So.
And are you still coaching?
So I like that you asked that. I was coaching up until about a year ago. I had to stop coaching because now I have a 9 and a 7-year-old who are highly active children. And so I was coaching, I work full time, and I was coaching the 5:30 p.m. class. So anybody that has kids know how busy that 5:30 p.m. time is in the evenings. So I had to stop coaching for that.
And it's probably temporary, and I get it. I obviously I was a mom, and I understand there are times that you just have to let some things go, and because it's temporary with them.
Yep.
And you don't want to miss a moment. And coaching will be there when you're done. Coaching ain't going anywhere. So it's a gift and you'll have it for the rest of your life. And you are so good at it. I mean,
Thanks.
oh gosh, you helped me a lot. I don't do one-on-ones right now, and I haven't in a while, but I mean, I feel like I can always still get better on my lifts, that's what,
Mhm.
but now that I'm aging, it's really nice because I've gone way down in the weight. Not that
Mhm.
I ever really was some beast mode that was ever lifting a lot of weight, but a lot more than I am now. So now my lifts are a lot prettier, I bet.
I mean, we've had a lot of
You
time
know
to
what I
work on them.
mean?
We've had a lot of time to work on them.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, it's been a lot of years, but I love it so much, and
yeah,
I'm still in there, and yeah, I
yeah.
love it.
I can't watch somebody do a lift without critiquing it in my head still. Once a coach, always a coach.
And you're a good one. Yeah, like you helped me a lot because you got me raw where I really was like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Like even
Blank
just,
slate.
pulling the shoulders up. Yeah, right,
Mhm.
blank slate. But I'm good, but I take a while to learn stuff. But once I learn stuff, I tend to be good at it.
Yeah.
But I just take a while. So you were in there where I was like, huh? Because I'm usually in that stage for a while. Like, I'm great at Pilates. I'm a great trainer of so much confidence. I got to take that back. I personally am not that great at Pilates. I just can train it really well. But, like it's a learning curve
Mhm.
or everybody would do it, right?
Yep.
Um, do you remember those early days at North End? I loved this question. The neighborhood hangs, like CrossFit really taught me how community could be together,
Mhm.
and that's what was so great. North End was really good about, we did so many social things together, and it really helped me heal. I was only 1 year sober back then,
Mhm.
and I was really, like financially, like really the hard times, me and Ian had to start over, and we did. And we
Yeah.
did. Look, I'm kind of tearing up, and we got through those times, and that North End was the glue that held me together
Mhm.
emotionally, kept me strong, and strong for my kid. And yeah, just fitness. I just don't understand why everybody doesn't do it, Alyssa.
I know.
you
CrossFit
know?
definitely has that community like aspect so strong in it,
Mhm.
like as opposed to other types of fitness. And that's, I think, one of the things that drew me to CrossFit so much. So I had my gym in Idaho, right? Before I
Right.
even moved to Northern Virginia, I visited obviously, and I went to a gym. I'm like, yep, this is my gym. These are my people. This is where I'm going to go. Like
Yeah.
I went to a couple of different places, had already picked it out before I moved. So it was like I already had, in my mind, did people know me? Nope, they didn't know me. But in my mind, I'd already had my friend community chosen, because
That's so cool, right? It's
that's
so
exactly how it was.
stable.
It is. And then, I mean, so I think now, like I still obviously, like I'm talking to you, I have friends from CrossFit Old Town. Some of my
Right.
best friends are who I are from CrossFit Old Town back in the day. Some of my best friends are Trident CrossFit as well from Northern Virginia, are still some of my best friends today. Like it's crazy. Like it just brings people together, and it's like
It's so cool
ongoing.
that that's what yeah, I'm glad. Like, I'm glad that people are hearing this, because people need to hear that, because that
Yeah.
is what kept me. I mean, I got sober there. I was
Yeah.
using when I was working out at the one in Chesapeake. Like, let's say you really were my first coach because I wasn't high.
Yeah.
You
There you go.
like, I hate to say that, but I mean, I literally got clean with CrossFit. It helped me,
Yeah.
and that stability and having community felt like just like a beanbag chair where you're nice and comfortable and safe.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
It's
and I
cool.
mean it's camaraderie, it's accountability, but not like in a jerky way, like I didn't, and I still don't care. I just want people to show up. Like, just show up.
And you're
I'm
fun.
showing up.
You're like the funnest
I mean, it is a dance
CrossFit coach I've ever had.
If you come to my class, you will see me dance. You will also get to dance at the dance party, pretty much, because that's the kind of music I listen to. Not for everybody, but I mean, I always had a good time.
I know you do. I forgot about that. You do like the party time.
I always thought the fun
music
music was always kind of, even if it's a little cheesy, it's even better that way, you know?
Yeah.
You
used to
get
yes.
Like, I play like wedding music, like you're at the anyways, it was a good time. I always had themes. I like themes.
It's just theme. We did have a lot of themes if you think about it. Costumes.
Yeah, Lou would do the 80s at 8.
Well, Lou Atkins is still in my world today too, because it's kind of interesting. I was thinking about this all day today. Like, North End had to leave that, and they were going south, and I was moving north. So I ended up on the Bay side. So I ended up with Valiant CrossFit,
that's what happened. Okay.
which is another great CrossFit gym. And then Lou Atkins sold out to Takeover, and I didn't mean to say sold out. That sounded negative. She was ready to pass the baton. Takeover is who I was there yesterday.
No better other than to pass the baton to,
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, great dude. Andy I always feel like I don't say his name right. Gallego or
Gallego.
God, he's cool. He's great guy. And obviously running a very successful, now they've got 3 locations. He's taken over.
That Takeover's taking over. Like
they got 4, technically.
I know. That's right. They got 4. They got 4.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, cool family. Just everything's my stamp of approval and happiness. Like I said, I was there yesterday. But sorry, I am out of practice. I'm like babble. So you remember the early days. I did want to reminisce a little bit.
Where are you coaching at now, Alyssa?
I was coaching at CrossFit 737. So I live in Austin, Texas now. So that's a big change.
Okay.
So CrossFit 737 is owned by, also I knew I was going to be there when we moved here. It is my husband's like best friend and his wife's gym. So we'd come to visit them quite a bit, like once a year. And when they first opened CrossFit, like the coach, his name is Chris, that owns the gym, it was just learning how to do CrossFit. So I was able, and I had helped open up North End CrossFit. So I was teaching them different moves. He would ask me questions about how to teach different things and like how to Olympic lifting and that sort of stuff. And we go through classes and just kind of practice. And now he's a phenomenal coach. I mean, he's been coaching for 15 years, he's just great now. I mean, he's good to go.
Yeah.
And so, he doesn't need me. He's way better than me at this point. But anyways, it's just fun because like I helped open North End. I came here at a point when they were just getting started with their gym. And so now they have a successful gym here, CrossFit 737. And I was coaching there up until about a year ago. But my husband still goes there every single morning at 5:30 a.m. So
It's
pretty fun.
Yep. Yeah, Alyssa, you got a great family. I mean, I've seen the kids, like, and that's even in these notes. God, I'm not getting through this fast enough. Because you and I were pre the kids. It was just you and hubby.
Yes, and we were like lived a block. Let's just note that we also lived a block away from each other. We have to note that in here.
Yeah, it was just such a great time down in 73rd. And you were 74. That was just such a good time for me. And I teared up earlier because it was a tough time. But again, I had so much stability that it really wasn't that tough. It's some of my favorite memories, like it got it was tough, but I had support, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So like it was some of my favorite times. So people got to know sometimes the bad times can be, that's not coming out right. I'm going to move on. I'm not saying it right. I think you know what I mean.
I do.
How has becoming a mommy of 2, you're a mother of 2, and how has that shaped your perspective on wellness and movement? Because you need to move when you got kids.
Yeah. I think, I obviously, I saw this question prior, and it's a question I get asked. It's like anything, it's hard to not compare myself to other people. So all I can speak of is my truth and where I'm at in life. I work a full-time job. I'm in a school, so I don't have like a lunch break. I don't have an opportunity to like push pause on work for an hour to go work out. So my workout has to be in the morning if I'm choosing to do it, or in the evening, right? So I work out I get up at 4:50 a.m. in the mornings. That's when my alarm goes off. So my fitness journey looks, I have about 45 minutes in the morning to work out, or it's probably, there's not a great chance it's going to get done after work, because I don't even get home till 5:30. So I have to find my time to do it, but it is important to me. So it does happen. Right. And I do it in my garage. So I'm not going anywhere. Right. So
by yourself?
By myself. They're like, how do you motivate yourself? It's just kind of intrinsic. And that's who I am, but I understand that's not how everybody works. My husband goes to the gym every morning. So my kids are young. We both can't go. So I do it in my gym or in my garage, but I started off with like a couple dumbbells, and that was like it.
Yeah.
Right. But now I've morphed. I have a full rig. Now I have weights. I have a barbell.
It's kind of cool too, how it'll grow.
Yeah.
So you'll have.
Yeah. And I do CrossFit like maybe once a week, like a true CrossFit workout, like as prescribed CrossFit workout, like once a week. And then I do a lot of more strength training with it. It's really, I'm not going to lie, 5 a.m. is real hard to get going super fast in like a CrossFit style workout, like 4 time. So I do a lot more strength.
Well, who cares? Like as long as you're doing the moves and you're safe, because you're by yourself too, right? Yeah. So you can't, and you are aging, no offense. It happens to everybody. So you don't want to be that early in the morning.
I'm not ripping and gripping.
Going the heavy, even though I see it all the time. I mean, early in the morning, people lift heavy all the time. But I'm really impressed that you're able to do it by yourself. Mm-hmm. On your own. Like I went to CrossFit at 5 a.m. when I was in the stage you're in, and I only had 1 kid. So you are a rock star. But I had to do the 5 a.m. Yeah, I was like you have to do it at the crack of dawn.
It's a whole different lifestyle.
Or you won't get it done.
You want to eat your lunch at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I am starving.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Because I did it too forever, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, it is
That's
different.
That's where I met Steve.
Oh, really? At the 5 a.m. class?
Yeah, the 5 a.m. I think I met you in the 5 a.m.
Really?
at Valiant.
I figured it was maybe the 8:30, but I don't know.
Oh, no. I didn't get to go to 8:30 until like he was in junior high.
8:30, jeez.
Yeah, 8:30. Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely my wheelhouse at this moment in time. Yeah.
If I could choose a time, that's
really. Yeah, I did do. Oh yeah, remember we did the 9. It was the 9 at North.
Well, it's everything that you guys just said. I feel like I need to move around a little bit in the morning before I get into something heavier,
And different phases in life too. Like us 3, like we're talking 13 years, and Steve's 10, and Alyssa 13. So yeah, we've kind of grown up together. And as you're adulting, that's. Your body changes a lot, and thank God, fitness helps you preserve. And I'm so impressed as another fitness trainer that you're doing it on your own at 5 a.m. And the reason why I'm really impressed by it is that you're a mom and you've got to be tired and you work full time, because that was me. And like that's like, wow, like I definitely needed a coach to blow the whistle and be in my face at 5 a.m. telling me what to do. So kudos to you, man. But that's you. You are a badass. There's no doubt about it. And oh my God, that's where he was, because he was gone for a hot minute. Now I know where he was.
Oh
Yeah, she deserves that. Not
thank you.
You want the laugh too?
Alyssa's really funny. We've been kind of serious tonight. And Alyssa's very, very funny. People might not know that.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you in one of your classes, Alyssa?
In one of my classes?
The strangest off-the-wall moment that you're like, I never saw that coming, or
there's a lot of things.
I don't know, stranger wandering in, or...
Well, okay, you have to know.
I had somebody sleeping in the back of my car.
You found somebody sleeping in the back of your car?
Yeah.
What, when you were done?
Yes.
What?
Going to the grocery store, yeah. And they could have been in there from before I got there, too. I don't know. I think so, though.
Was it a 5 a.m.?
Yes, it was.
No.
I don't. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I used to coach those early classes, too. Like at North End. I just go through. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was cutting you off. But there's nothing more. It sounded like, because he was snoring, he was drunk like a Navy kid or something.
Oh, wow.
But it sounded like, because I was going over the bridge and it's windy, the Lesnar Bridge.
Oh my
it
God.
sounded, the sound like a plastic bag makes.
Yeah.
When it's kind of like whipping really fast. Like if it gets like stuck in your tire or something like that. Kind of makes this rippling kind of effect, kind of noise. Well, that's the noise it was doing. And I was like, wait a minute, is that my car? And I turned down the radio and I started listening. I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds like it's coming from the back seat.
That is
and I put my hand into the back
seat
and
terrifying.
touched the person. And that is literally the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Free ride. You win, Steve. Good job.
I know. I don't even know what to say. Oh my God. So were you at Valiant?
So yes.
So they came off the path.
I realized he was snoring. So what I did is I was like, all right, I only need 1 more mile to Kroger, and I'm going to get in the Kroger. I'm going to get right in the front where all the cameras are, and I'm going to open up all the doors.
That's smart.
And I'm going to shoot this MFer out of here.
Oh my God.
And that's kind of basically what I did.
That was smart.
So I got
to go
underneath
to
all
the
lights and all. Yeah.
Yeah, you're brilliant.
That's crazy.
I don't know what I would have done.
And the manager indoors, I kind of like went in because this guy kind of stumbled off. He's trying to get back in, and they kind of almost trying to fight me a little bit to get back into the car. And I was like, "Fuck no!" Excuse my language. And I shut all the doors, locked them, and before he can do it, I kind of went inside, and I was making sure he wasn't going to like kick the car or something stupid like that. Because you never know if he has like a gun.
No, you don't. No, you don't have to. Never too careful. I'm trying to think like the craziest.
Yeah,
thing.
sorry, that was for you. But
I'm going to make a hard left turn here. And I found there was some pictures of the North End CrossFit. It was kind of funny. And remember, we used to have those fun Halloween parties. Those were kind of crazy and wild.
Well, let me just say,
we would all dress up in costumes.
Yeah. I still have a bunch of those costumes in a bin because I keep all those because I still wear them. Because I love a good dress up day. But I was looking for
so
pictures. I was looking for pictures to send you because you were asking me for pictures, right? And for whatever reason, my phone brought up like Google pictures from like 2016, and they were all of North End CrossFit. Like it was coaching.
I know. I bet you I can find a bunch too.
Like, they're back there, and they were fun little memory lanes going down, just looking for pictures for
There were some fun parties. We were all young.
Yeah. And then I also found pictures of Halloween because my son was born in October and I was very pregnant with him.
Okay.
Right. And I have those. So I coached through both my pregnancies all the way up until the day I went into labor, basically.
Yeah.
And did CrossFit.
I believe that.
Both of those too. But I found all those pictures of all of our parties, all of our fun.
And you are a heavy lifter. Are you still lifting really heavy? Are you still beast mode?
No, not like that. Karen, remember we're old. We just talked about that. My
joint. I mean, you're still. I didn't know though. You're a lot younger than me.
I know. I don't feel like I need to. Like, I'm not trying to win awards. Like
Okay.
it was like a pride thing back
Right.
then. I'm like, and I felt good because I was younger. Right. And I want to do it. But now I
Yes.
get it. Like our buddies back then that were like, I don't need to lift that heavy weight, like Sue Gill and all them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you can do it. Okay. Well, maybe I can do it, but I don't really feel like I want to. Like, it doesn't really matter that much to me because I can still get a really good workout by doing slightly less.
Sue Gill, though. Oh God, she was like my idol.
I hope she knows that I just name dropped her, right? And then we got. I mean, I could just name drop everybody, but Sue Gill was always somebody
her
like,
on. She would never come on.
But
I love Sue Gill.
I know. I'll always do.
And Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth. That's right. Yes, she's great too. She was very.
God, I love those ladies. I still get to see them on social media.
Yeah, that's what.
And so I still feel like I'm friends with them, even though and once in a while I would see Elizabeth at church.
Oh,
but I go to a different church. Yeah. So God, we had some cool people on the roster there. North End was great. But those two girls that we just talked about lifted heavy. But like I said, we were all a lot younger then. Yeah. We really were. I wonder if they still are.
Probably. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm lifting heavier than, a majority of women my age.
Well, you know what I found, though? I will say this, because I went through a phase where I was like lifting too heavy for my ability. So then I was getting hurt, and I went through the hurt phase, and now I'm 59 now. So I know, like, where'd the time go? I mean, I was kind of old when I was down at North End, but I just am immature. And we were having so much fun down there. So you just didn't know it. And my kid kept me young. Having a kid later in life, you can see where that Ian kept me young. But I was just gonna joke, and then he didn't. No, I'm kidding. Then the teens came.
Was North End the one next to Scotty Quick's? Like on the
yes, but that's not where we started. Yes, but that's not where we started.
Oh, okay.
We started. What was the taco place that was real mad at us all the time?
Oh my God, I can't believe I can't think of it.
It's right next to the Secura. It was like a
that one just changed. They took over the whole thing. He's got the whole thing now.
The taco guy. I
can't think of his name. The taco guy has the whole thing, whole strip mall.
Oh, well, good for them. I mean, they had good tacos, fish tacos. It was the fish taco place.
I know you're talking.
Palons.
Yes. So we were in between the sushi place and Palons for like a solid.
So when we would run, Steve, they'd be like, "Go do it 400," or like when we get to go to the boardwalk. See,
we'd run.
That sushi place is good.
Oh man, that was just the best. That place, and God,
they complained about our music all the time and dropping weights. They could hear it in the restaurants. Like we got a lot of complaints, but we had a blast. We weren't complaining.
Palons, he hated us, but then he didn't. He actually is a really nice guy. He's like just annoying. Like, I mean, I guess we were annoying. Like like every time we drop weights, apparently, like the bottles would all shake or whatever. I don't know. He was like, I don't mean to be a jerk. And I was just like, hey, man, I just mopped the floors here. And you know what? I love to tell the story. And I've got a witness. Here's my coach. Alyssa can witness this. So when people are like, I can't afford it, I'm like, whatever. I mopped freaking floors and cleaned toilets for a membership. I feel like such an OG when I say that. I did. And, Dana was so cool to, like I remember I was only a year sober and I needed to be really working out. I was going through a rough time and that sign went up and I was new to the North End and oh my God, and I they were still building out and I went in there and I was like, you guys, you got to hurry up and open or I'm going to relapse. And then I busted out laughing. It was Matt and Dana. And she was like, just come, make sure you come. And then they were starting classes like really soon. So I lucked out and, she could tell I was kind of struggling to pay for my pay for my membership so she could, like, that was so cool, to be like, hey, I can tell, and you don't have to be embarrassed, and we want to clean it, and then you don't have to pay at all. And I was like, yeah, thank God.
That's awesome.
So I know, like, the things that we'll do for fitness and the things that fitness will do for you. It's like somewhere, like, fitness has been my life, but you can see why. Like, look how it helped me. And I try and explain that to people. Like, you can't go wrong. It's never going to be like, wow, I had a really bad experience in that fitness world. Like, said nobody ever.
I think I say, like, while I'm not a member at a CrossFit gym right now, I will never forget or put down what it's done for the community aspect of my life and my fitness life. I mean, let's be honest. I met my husband at a CrossFit gym.
I know, like, right. So, your kids, like, Ian's done CrossFit. It's like, he works out now. He's like, has a regular routine. He does more the One Life bodybuilding. He's not group fitness. I'm group fitness.
Yeah.
I mean, I train personal training, and Pilates Reformer is one-on-one, but I personally really enjoy group environment. It helps me unwind, and it's therapeutic, and we laugh a lot, like on those runs.
Yeah.
You're BSing with your buddy.
I think if anybody is like new to fitness or trying to get started in fitness, I direct them towards a CrossFit gym that's near where they live. Like, just show up. Just
for young people too.
You're going to meet some great people. You're
for young people especially.
Oh yeah, for moving, but also
and good kind people. Yes.
Like, I will get asked sometimes by ladies that know that I work out in my garage, like, can I come to your garage and work out with you? I'm like, yeah, 5 a.m. See you there. And like, nobody shows up. But I'm like, just go to a gym. Like, you will. Group fitness is where it's at. For sure.
And plus, it's like weird. Like, it's like explaining to kids, like, as you grow up, it is who you hang out with. Like, some of these rules that we're trying to instill into our children go through your entire life. Like, you still can't hang out with the wrong crowd when you're a grown-up.
Yeah.
Some of these, right? So that's why I joke, a gym is a good, healthy environment. You're going to make some solid friends. I mean, and not every gym is like that. Like, CrossFit is over the top with community. So I do tend to send young people to that CrossFit, because I want them to make friends and be absorbed into a community that's healthy, you know. And you know what's cool about a CrossFit gym too, like there's still socialization, and like there's so much fun to be had too. It's really funny. Like, you know what, I had another CrossFit I've had a couple CrossFit coaches on this podcast, and one called it, this was perfect, Emily. She said it's trauma bonding. All the trauma that we go through those workouts.
Yeah.
We do work really hard, play hard theory, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean,
there is a lot of that. Yeah.
My 20s with CrossFit, and even some of my 30s. I mean, yeah, we had a great time.
We had a great time. I know. Yep. I know. Good, healthy, clean, fun.
And we've both had really good experiences and have good friends from
And then heck, sometimes, it could even go as far as we're having a Bible study as a group. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you could get any flavor that you want within that community. It's wow. I know. Yep. I can't say enough. People are probably like, all right, you two, move on. You've obviously drank the Kool-Aid. What's it like working in the school system? This is a good question. I like this. You are a great coach. And like you said, your gift is teaching, and your first love is teaching children. And really, you said you're in counseling, aren't you?
Yes, I actually am a middle school counselor.
Oh.
So I hang out with like 11 to 14-year-olds every day.
Oh.
So it's I mean, it's not for everybody, but it is for me. So somebody's got to do it, right?
You're so good at it.
So, I mean, like I had to teach, I don't teach in the classroom every day because that's not what counselors do, but we do teach sometimes.
Right.
So the last 2 days I've been in the classroom and I'm the one that has hard conversations, right? I teach the tough stuff. I teach about mental health. I teach about how to keep their bodies safe. And with this day and age, I'm teaching a lot of online, how to keep themselves safe online amongst friends. What's a good friend? What's not a good friend?
Wow, yeah.
I just taught was all about harassment, what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like, how to recognize it. Are you doing it? Like calling kids out, like, all aspects of it so that they can not only keep themselves safe, right, in those situations, be able to speak up for themselves, but also know if they're the one causing harm to somebody else. Because, when they're this age group, it's like, I was just teasing. But anyways, I do a lot of that. And then I do a lot of talking with parents. And then, of course, we're starting the goal setting and the career and all that. So it's definitely a full-time gig. I'm busy all the time.
That is. But you're such a good role model. And I bet you,
I bet that there are many counselors who don't do that. Just schools everywhere. I mean, it sounds like you really actually do your job, which is good to hear.
Yeah. Alyssa's really good at reaching. Gosh, if you think about it, like me and you during our coaching, just when it would be you and me in the gym. Oh God, I'm gonna cry again. I cry a lot on this podcast. This one girl goes, "I can't come on. I'm having a hard time. I might cry." I kind of started laughing. I was like, "Oh, you'll fit right in." I went through hard times right in our sessions. Like my mom passed away. Remember that? And like hard big girl stuff where it's happening my home. Oh God, I remember that. And sometimes, I mean, it would be me and you would be counseling me. If you think about it, like, wow, probably owe you. And you gave me a really good rate. You gave me trainer rate. I remember that too. Like, oh my gosh, like, wow, Alyssa. But you're probably so helpful. Now I've got to go down this road. I almost feel like, because we're in the fitness realm. But I do want to know, does fitness, I know it doesn't show up therapeutically, but breaking goals down, micro goals, that kind of stuff that we even use in athletics and fitness, I guess. It goes across the board. Do you feel like coaching kind of melds into your work life too, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I sort of understand the question. So I'm going to try to go there. I think like at one point in my life, I was like, how do I mix counseling and fitness? Because I do think it's like what you say is like our emotions can come out in some of those really hard workouts, right? Or we're trying to get out our feelings into a workout. Like I don't have any positive way to express this or get this feeling out. So I'm going to put it all into my fitness. Right. And maybe back in the day, it would have been, I would have put it into soccer. I would have put it into the practice and how hard I go or like, and that kind of thing. But now I have CrossFit. Now I have fitness. Now I have lifts. I have my runs or whatever it is. And so I'm putting that emotion into it. And for me, if I'm just talking by myself individually, but I know other people do relate it is my therapy. It is my way of releasing some of this tension or things that I hold on to. And if I don't get that outlet for me, then I don't feel right. I'm off.
Do you ever suggest fitness to any of your students? I think
100%.
maybe that's what I was trying to get at too now. Okay. And I feel that you clarified it for me. So thank you. Yeah. Do you ever get? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go deep for 1 second. But like I'm in a middle school and unfortunately middle schoolers, sometimes their only resort to self-harm. right?
God.
And that's to make themselves feel some kind of pain or feel better in some way, right? Because they have an emotion and they don't know what to do with it. So I try to tell them, if you want to feel like pain or you want to feel a way, go do 50 push-ups right now. Go sprint. Go do, and I'll give them a little short body weight workout. Do they go? I don't know. But listen, if they want to feel something and they want to do something that's positive for themselves, but feel it, I offer these opportunities, if they would like to take it. Some of them
Bingo. That was the question.
Yeah.
There
Or just go for a walk.
Yes.
Like, get yourself outside, get moving. Like, you sitting in your room and playing on your phone is not going to bring any satisfaction to your life, nor is it going to help that feeling of whatever's happening that makes you want to hurt yourself. Like, shut it down or turn on some music and get outside and go do fitness, go do something. And so some of them are like, okay, cool. So, I mean, again, 11 to 14-year-olds, are they listening to me in that way? Maybe not, but maybe some of them have. I'm planting a seed. That's all
I was just going to say, it's all you can do is plant a seed, and planting a seed is we all know that's where it's all at. That's where it's at. Everybody's got their journey, but that thank you. Bingo. That's what I wanted to know. I love how you said that. If you want to feel pain, do 50 push-ups right now. Using that, like when you were talking, I was even thinking, I was like, dang, I got to start putting my emotion back into my workouts. Like right now, I don't feel like I'm doing that. And I really think that was the difference of the key of maybe my youth. And now my wisdom of being older, I would know that doesn't mean pile a whole bunch of weight on the bar, but use your emotion in a positive manner. Let some of this stuff go, because I really am entering into a new phase in life. Ian's 21 years old now, and I poured everything into that kid, as you well know, and you've got 2 and a husband. It's a lot. And so once that goes away, you're like, wow, okay, I can reinvent myself. I can go back to what I was. It's really a great place to be. And so, but I kind of have to reintroduce things. So by you saying that, put that emotion into your workouts, maybe that's what I'm not doing. And makes me want to go to the gym tomorrow, but I got a 6:30. I can't go in the morning, but you're right. Like, I think kids might listen more than you think. And even if they don't right then, God, think of the athletes that could come out of some of the anger that these poor kids got to try and figure out what to do with, right?
Yeah. I mean, on a different level, like Texas takes their football very seriously. I don't know.
Yes. I just watched the Dallas Cowboys. It rained here all weekend long, and I watched that Netflix. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah. Friday Night Lights is like true. So we have at middle school, we have huge gyms, like weightlifting gyms for these kids that are middle schoolers,
and
right?
Nice.
So I'll step into their weightlifting sessions. Like, it's like my favorite thing, because I'll go in there and I'll be like, whoa, bros, this is like all wrong. Like, we need to, and granted, I'm props to the coaches. It's like only like one coach per like a ton of kids, like 60 kids. Like, you can't really manage that. But I'll go in and it is like my little heaven of like all my little malleable, teaching them how to do proper cleans and deadlifts. And I go in there and like, I went in there, that you're going to laugh at this. I went in there one day, like, I'm in a dress right now. I think I can't remember if I was wearing a dress, but I might've been. And I
dress pretty feminine. Like, like, even though you're kind of a tomboy in the gym, you're like all of a sudden turned into Taylor Swift. Brunette.
But I did a 95-pound clean, which really is not that big of a deal, but for like an 11-year-old, 12-year-old boy, it does seem like a lot of weight. And that's where then I get credibility, because I go in and I clean 95 pounds pretty darn easily, showing them how to do it. Suddenly I have credibility. They're listening to me, but I'm also getting to teach them in that world. And then when you're working with teens, then when they come into my office to talk about other stuff, like heart
Yeah.
stuff or mind
They
stuff,
trust you.
they trust me.
Mm.
So it's like I have a way, I might not have a way with every kid because I don't really know instruments, and things like that. But like I have an in a conversation with any of my fellow athletes or, even ones that just like work
Like-minded.
out. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, it is a way to meet people where they're at, and it transcends age,
God is
So
good. That's great. That's great. Cause yeah, like you might not reach every kid, but you reach a lot, and you
yeah,
reached me even. Like some of this stuff like doesn't go out of style. Good advice doesn't go out of style. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
I
I
like that.
love like put that emotion in. You want to feel pain because I know I work in addiction.
Yeah.
So the cutting makes me feel so sad, but I always say to myself, girl, that's exactly what you did. You know what they feel, you know what they're
Mhm.
doing. Like we're trying to
Right.
numb everything, they're trying to feel it.
Right.
But I get it. It's just a passion that it's an awful place. And
Yeah.
I know it. I know that place. And yes, you want to feel something, go do 50 push-ups right now.
Yeah.
And that is such oh my God, that should be like a poster. Go do 50 push-ups right now. That's it. That's it. Remember the bathroom in North End is you are stronger than you think you are. Boom. Period.
Done.
Bye. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
This is so good. This is so good. And we're like going over. I've been so bad with the time. Oh God, there's so much. This is so, but we pretty much covered everything. This writing on here or the print is so small. How has your coaching style shifted over the years? I think we kind of went over that. How do you stay that?
Yeah. I mean, I will say, here's one thing that I do want to say. Cause I remember one thing that we did at North End is that if you were late, you had to do burpees. Do you remember that?
Yeah. So did Valiant. You don't at Takeover, believe it or not.
I don't prescribe to that anymore at all. Like I aged out of that. And I aged out of it because we should just be happy people showed up. We should just be happy that I mean, for me, because there we go. I just like now with like 2 kids, full-time job, you want to get out at a certain time, but it doesn't always work out like that. Sometimes you got to run the kid this place, that place, but you want to get to the gym and you might be like 8 minutes late. And guess what? 8 minutes late is like way better than never showing up.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I look
but
back.
We all were younger then. I think all the gyms are kind of letting it go. If you think about it, we're all aging.
We're all aging. But yeah, that was the youth. So it's like, if we're talking about how have I like progressed or evolved in my coaching, it's like,
right.
I don't, it's not all or nothing. There is a gray area now, and there is wiggle room, and there is grace when it comes
I feel like I'm learning that in everywhere. Like I tend to be a workaholic because I like my job. Like this is a great job. This is part of my job. I do a podcast and sit around with my friends from the fitness world and talk. Like it's so fun, but it is it is, I'll have to put everything together. It is work, but I have a fun job, and I'm trying to learn balance in that because I always overdo everything, and I'm trying, and the voice in my head, she's such a bee, like the taskmaster. That's what me and my therapist used to call it in my 30s. Cause I've had her my whole life. Like you're not doing enough, or you need to do more or better, blah, 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 blah. And I'm 59 now and I love it. I'm so happy I'm here. Like I'm already rushing and I'm like, hey, I'm 60 years old. And people are like, no, you're not. And I'm like, I'm almost. I'm like really honored to be here. I aged well. I feel good. I kept my fitness up, ate well through my life. I'm reaping some of the benefits of that. And I really want to not be such a taskmaster going into my 60s. I'm going to get rid of her, and I'm So I'm trying to balance out and, like you said, just kind of get softer on yourself. And do you think that having kids is kind of like that too? Kids make you realize that not everything's.
Well, your priorities change, right? So like my priority before kids, like when I first met you, was just like, let's work out, let's get fit, let's get strong. I want to do muscle up. I want to do this faster and get get a PR, blah, 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 and have a good time, of course. And now I'm like, believe it or not, I'm not as social as I used to be, because I really honestly, most of the time would just rather hang out with my kids.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I mean, that sounds, okay. They're my kids, people. I love my kids. They're mine, right? I don't want to hang out with other people's kids all the time, but I do, I don't get to see, I want to watch my daughter play her softball games and soccer. I want to take my son to jujitsu. Like, I don't want to have my social life get in the way, or I want to get a PR and lift this, get in the way of being able to watch them grow up. So I've shifted.
Right.
Yeah. I've shifted my priorities. So that's why I work out in the mornings. And on Saturdays, like my son Hudson will work out with me sometimes, right? Because he doesn't have a Saturday sport. And so I get those opportunities. But that's what I want.
I'm telling you, I spent as much time with Ian as I could and this old lady told me when I was pregnant with him, she was like, you spend as many every minute that you can, because it goes fast. Yeah. And I believed her. She said it in a way that was just like, okay, all right. I did it, and I'm so glad. And so that's what you have to do. Like Ian would be like, Mom, why didn't you take that extra job or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I didn't give a shit about money. Excuse my mouth. I wanted time. Right. And he couldn't understand that for the longest time. And I think now that he's grown, he does now. Yeah. He gets it. Were we poor? No, he's never even seen poverty. We live in Virginia Beach. Yeah. If you wake up here, beach. Yeah, I got to take that back. I'm sure there is poverty in the cities, very large, but it wasn't us. And we had less than some others, but you know how that goes. And but I didn't care about that. I wanted the time. Yeah. So now. Yeah. So you have to give up coaching for a hot second, and you'll be back. Coaching will be there. And like you said, I agree with you. You want to put in the time with those kids, and because you'll blink, and you've probably already blinked once and gone, wait a minute, what? You're 11? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I work in a middle school. I see what it looks like when kids don't have parents that are present.
Or even the ones like I was super present, and I've gone through some rough times with Ian. Yeah. Rough. Boy.
You just see how much harder it would have. I don't know. It's like, I want them to want to talk to me or be able to talk to me. Mm-hmm. I want to have created a relationship with them. Granted, they're going to be middle school kids. They're going to be high school kids. They are their own person. They're going to make their own choices. But I want to say that I did the best that I knew how to do to be present and available when I could. And that the door is always open, and that they know that, and there's no question. So right now, most nights of the week, I'm putting both my kids to bed. There's very few, when maybe I'll go out with my husband every now and then. Right. But pretty much every night of the week, I put my own kids to bed. I put them to bed. I snuggle with them in bed, and these are my priorities. Yes. So I just, And
dinner. We did the dinner. We had the dinner rule.
Yeah.
It was just the two of us, but we ate dinner together every night. And
you always cooked really well for him too. I just remember your all's meals were just always very fresh and clean.
Well, it's funny because we were kind of a little bit on the lower income end. And because of that, we were forced to eat at home. And therefore, like you said, we had to eat cleaner. And it's just, God is good. Some things seem like they're a punishment and it's a gift. But, hindsight's 2020. And like I said, some of my best times were on 73rd. Remember I had to ride a bike for 9 months?
Yes, I actually do remember that now that you said that.
I just thought of that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes,
I know.
I do.
We're going over time. You're going to have to come back. Like, what's happening on these podcasts, which is really great, is that we are like, it takes a hot minute to get all the, so how did you get into fitness?
Yeah.
And then we get into the juice. So maybe I'll be able to earn your trust. I won't keep you over too long, and maybe you'll come back and we can get into some of this, because what I'd really like to get into is what you talked about with the youth and how because I'm in the addiction world.
Yeah, that's his whole new episode.
That's a very interesting episode. That really will stick with me. How she said, do you want to feel pain? Go do 50 push-ups right now, because that's kind of what I'm trying to do in the addiction world. If they're coming out of it, if you're coming out of treatment, and what's next? Well, let me tell you what's next. Let's get in the best shape of your life. But I won't drone on about that stuff, because I did promise you 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm like, oh my God, I think
it's okay. We're all good.
I actually turned the clock off.
I mean, let's just keep it rolling.
I know I've missed you. And for that reason, this just goes to show you, like, there's so much that a lot of us as coaches do that people don't realize. They think that we're just like, doing our little, putting on our little tights and doing our little jogs and push-ups, and there's so much that goes into it that people, I just loved us talking. I hope it's as interesting for others as it is for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut this down. I really feel like we got into everything. I like you said, is there anything else that you want to mention before we close up?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I just appreciate the opportunity. And I mean, it is an evolution. And I think that if you would have asked me, would I see myself here where I am now, like 13 years ago? No, I don't think this is where I would have put myself, but I'm totally happy with it. And I think it's okay to evolve out of a strict fitness person to have multiple layers. I feel I have multiple layers and they're all great, and I'm really
and you sound like you really love yourself, which is wonderful.
I just, I think I just appreciate and accept it. And I think it's harder to do that when you're younger sometimes. And they always say, just the wisdom comes as you age. And it is true, in so many ways. And so I've just tried to take it all in as much as I can.
I think 40s is kind of rough too, because you're still young, but you're getting your wisdom. So it's a confusing place, but that's a whole nother podcast too. Steve's going to kill me.
Oh boy, Steve. Write these ideas down before we forget them.
I know, right?
40s is just a smart 30s.
I don't know.
30s is the way smarter 20s.
30s is when I did the best of everything. And then, here we go into motherhood. That's when then again, as a parent, that's a crapshoot. That's a whole different, none of us, we're like, wait, what? There's no rule book. You just got to go. And that's a journey too. But I like how, I think during this podcast, we really talked about how fitness truly immerses in every part of a life. And it's always going to be positive. Never, ever is it negative, ever. Unless, like you said, it's, an over, but again, even that's better than some other things that we could be overdoing, so. Yeah. But there is a balance even with fitness. But Alyssa, I can't thank you enough. You really opened up, and that's what happens. Like, I end up learning so much from you guys, and why wouldn't I? You were my coach, so it's once a coach, always a coach. You're still coaching me even tonight. Thank you so much. I'm so honored that you were willing to spend time with me, and I hope I built your trust, even though it went over an hour, that you'll come on again and we can talk on some meatier subjects, you know.
You bet.
Thanks,
Alyssa.
thank you so much. He's got the cheer. Do.
I was going to play your song.
That was so good. I always cry. I'm a crybaby.
All right, Sizzle, good show.
Thank you.
We'll see you
I'm so
next week.
emotional. God, I've had some great dreams happening.
What a pity, what a